Hey DC Collectors, welcome back to a brand new episode of the show. Today we're taking a look at the DC Universe Green Lantern Classics from Mattel. Now if you remember, a couple of weeks ago we took a look back at the Black Lantern Aben Sur figure. And after looking at that figure, we almost had this guy built, but we were missing this leg. So thanks to Mercari, I went online, found Kyle Rayner, and now we're going to be able to put Arkillo together and also review this awesome Kyle Rayner action figure. To begin with, you can take a look at the awesome front of the package, which features, of course, a clear look at the figure that you're getting and the accessories, and of course, that leg. In most cases, that leg costs more than the freaking action figure. Back of the packaging gives you a nice biography, statistics, of course, all the figures that it takes to build Arkillo in this wave, which this wave is kind of cool because it does give you that body buck for this generic Yellow Lantern figure, but you get the two different heads, so it, essentially you're getting two figures in one. But you gotta buy an extra one of those if you want to display them. Bottom of the package if you're into that kind of thing. So now that we're taking a look at the package, let's break this guy open and let's review him, and then let's complete Arkillo. So now that we have him out of the package, let's take a look at the accessories that he comes with. First up, he comes with this Green Lantern battery. This is the thing that charges his ring. It's kind of cool, a little different, but still pretty cool. I like it. It's a different kind of green. It's like everything in here is a little bit different shade of green, but we'll deal with it. He comes with this Green Lantern construct that looks like just this big, huge glove holding this awesome sword. I'm looking at this, it looks like it could come out, but it's probably glued in there and I'm not going to break it. But as you can see, it's kind of hollowed out right here, so it just fits right over his fist, so to give him that look of making the construct, which is a pretty decent accessory. It's it's made out of some pretty tough plastic here. It's a lot tougher than the stuff you're going to see from McFarlane, to be honest. Next up, we have the right leg for Arkillo. I can't wait to put this guy together. He's been missing some parts for quite some time now, and he's gonna finally be able to go on the shelf. This thing's been in the package for 11 years. A lot of those rubber band pieces that hold it into the plastic were deteriorating, and I had to dig it out of his elbow because it just fell apart coming out of the package. This one has a loose head. It's really weird. Like, I don't know if you can hear that. Hope the mic picks that up. That's just crazy. It's like he's a bobblehead. I'm just barely moving him, and his head just wobbles. I don't know what the deal is with that. Hope it's not about to fall off. That would be very disappointing. But as you can see, he pretty much has the same articulation as every DC Universe Classics figure, and I'm not going to go into that. You can check out some of my other reviews of the DC Universe Classics, but I will go over just the paint apps on this guy. For the most part, DC Universe Classics used a lot of the same body parts, and all they did was paint it differently, because there's no dividing lines between like the boot and the leg, or this green and this black. I mean, it's pretty much just painted on there, which is a good thing and a bad thing. You don't get as much detail, but you get more bang for your buck. You can turn these out many different characters with this same body buck, which is to me is cool. I don't mind having the same body buck for different characters. It doesn't, as long as they're in scale. That's the kicker for me. But you can see it's a pretty nice figure. I don't like the way the head kind of looks down. I wish they would have arched that neck back. I mean, you can move him, tilt him back. That's as far as he's going to look back, but it still looks a little awkward. Maybe not straight on. It doesn't look as bad, but if you move it down he's just looking at the ground, which is kind of sad. Get a look at his nice ring right there, and we'll put this on just so you can see how it sort of looks. It just fits over his fist like this. Oh, get in there, kind of hard to get in there. So it looks like he's carrying this big, huge sword. And unfortunately, the sword is sort of bent, and it was bent in the package. It's just being in there for so long. So I'm not going to display him with that. That'll go into a box full of other accessories from DC Comics characters. But here is the actual figure. And one of the real reasons I wanted this thing was to put this guy's leg on him, because he has been missing. If I don't have all the parts, I don't want him on the shelf, So I've got all the parts. So we're going to put this in there, you can see that this peg is sort of 6-sided, so it's gonna fit into that hole, that slot. I don't know if you can see it real well with the light, but it's 6-sided too, so you got to fit it in there perfectly. It snaps in just like that. And I have Arkillo complete. Oh gosh, that is such an awesome looking action figure. God, he is so cool. And if you bring in Kyle Rayner right in front of him, just for scale, you can see how huge those Collect and Connect pieces were back in the day. Still, to me, the DC Universe Classics line is the best. You know, Superpowers has its own place in my heart, but this was the best DC line ever created, just because of the breadth of character selection that they had and the ability to put out so many figures. I know McFarlane Toys is doing his best to put out a lot of figures, but the character selection, there leaves a little bit to be desired there, and he'll have the license for quite some time, so I think that will fix itself, and who knows, one day it might eclipse the DC Universe Classics line. But I'm still digging this. Right now, this line is hard to beat in my opinion. All right, so there you go, Kyle Rayner Green Lantern. If you have this figure, let me know what you think about him. Were you appalled that I opened him and took him out of the package? I know some people, when I do these DC Universe Classics reviews, some people are like, I can't believe you took that out of the package. But you know what? I'm not an inbox person. I take mine out. Now, if it's something like Superpowers still in the package, I might keep it if the card looked good. But, you know, I have been known to take those out on occasion too. Like I purchased a Martian Manhunter, but he was like he had wet damage, and card was crumpled, bubble was crumpled. So I took him out and I got a mint figure. And I still kept the packaging somewhere. But let me know what you think of this figure if you have him in your collection, and Arkillo as well. If you like what I'm doing, please hit the like and subscribe buttons. I sure would appreciate it. Share this content. That's the best way to help me grow. I love doing this. And I know this is a couple of days before Christmas, so I probably won't put out another video before then. And if I don't, have a Merry Christmas, guys. And see you after Christmas for the 2022 McFarlane review. God bless.